All the very latest here and around the world now with Tom Bradby. It's the ITV News at 10.
You remember last night when it was said the Prime Minister couldn't attend the debate on sleaze because he was on a hospital visit? Well, whoops, these pictures emerged today of him returning to London in time for the debate after all. And Tory MPs are fuming as their outside earnings come under intense scrutiny, including one who earned almost £1 million a year whilst using COVID arrangements to vote from the British Virgin Islands.
We've got very clear rules on transparency, and of course the ultimate accountability for any MP goes at the ballot box to their voters.
Not against the rules, for sure, but nice work if you can get it, and possibly hard to claim being an MP is commanding your full attention. Also on News at 10 tonight.
She told me, you can go back.
She said you can go back to your own country.
You can go back.
Racism, pure and simple. After the horrors of our housing investigation, a new fact that is impossible to ignore. The very first victim, Paul, has a moving investigation into the very start of the HIV epidemic, with its almost 100% death rate. Now all NHS staff must have the vaccine or face the sack. Belarus accused of gangster-style behaviour. James is on the Polish border as insults fly over the migrant crisis. And new life on Earth. Some heartwarming news from Norfolk.
At the moment, there are 69 seal pups, but by the end of December, that number is expected to rise to 4,500. It'll be the highest number of seal pups recorded in England.
This is ITV News at 10 with Tom Bradby.
Good evening. So you may recall that yesterday Number 10 said Mr Johnson sadly couldn't be at a key debate on sleaze because he was on a pre-arranged visit to a hospital. Just one of those things. Except today, pictures emerged that showed he was, in fact, clearly in London in time to contribute. It is unlikely to have improved the mood of his backbenchers as attention increasingly turned to their outside earnings. Now, there are lots of outside jobs no one would argue with, though. Medical doctor working on a COVID ward, say. But the former Attorney General earning almost £1 million a year whilst voting from the British Virgin Islands perhaps isn't everyone's idea of what to expect from an MP, though we should stress Sir Geoffrey Cox did nothing at all that was against the rules. One thing is for sure, though, this sleaze debate is not going away.